Okay, so for my global learning project, what I decided to do, I have two in mind. They're both pretty good friends of me. One's a boy named Brandon, the other girl's Alina. Um, I'll start with Brandon. And what I would do is he is actually Jewish and I am Christian. So I thought our cultural difference is our religion. So I thought we could compare and talk about those. I don't really know that much about his religion at all. So I was thinking that I could go to church with him one time and he could go to church with me and I can compare and see the differences. And I could do that over the weekend or something on Sundays when church is. So that could be one option. And the other one is my friend Elena. This one's actually a little different than probably the more like standard cultural differences. Um, but what it is she's actually a certified yoga teacher, and she's a very spiritual person. It's not like a religious thing or anything, but she's just very spiritual and in touch with herself and her surroundings. And one of her major mottos is to always live in the present and live now. Like, don't think about the future, don't stress. And she lives at home, so her life is pretty slow paced. She teaches yoga and she works, and that's very different from my life, is me being up at school. It's always very fast paced, and as a student our main objective is to worry about and think about the future and how being here is going to help us in the long run. And I'm not usually thinking about now and today, but like later on, and how what I do is going to benefit me then. So the two different lifestyles, one being more fast paced, which is mine, I think that'd be very different to see. And what we could do is, for when I do like her thing, I could go to one of her yoga classes and I could just see how it is and how it makes me feel. And she actually does meditation too, so I could be able to do that and see how that is and if that affects like my thinking and how I like view things. And what I could do with her actually is she could come to up to school one time during the week and just come to like a couple of my classes or just everyday life and see how my life is completely different than hers, how I'm going from class to class to class, and like just how what I'm doing now is building up for my future. And so I think it'd be really cool to see the difference in that. So she usually teaches on the weekends, so I could go home for the weekend and just go to one of her classes, and then during school, the school week, she could just come and visit me. So those are two of my options. They're both different in the fact that one is more a standard one, I'd say, and just a religious difference. So I think that'd be cool, but I'm leaning more towards the other one, only because I think it's a little bit different than what most other people do. And I actually think I would benefit a lot more from it because I'm not saying one way of living is better than the other, and maybe I could take some of what she is telling me and apply it to my life. So, and vice versa. So, I think that would be really cool. And so, yeah, I think those are my two options that I could do. They're both from my hometown, so it wouldn't be that hard, and I'm good friends with them to contact them. So, I think those are both pretty two solid options that I have. So, those are my two ideas of what I'm going to do and who and where with, for my project. So, yeah.